What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the RADcast. I'm Andrew Dimmy. My friends call me Rogue Leader.
And I'm Nicki and everybody calls me Dimmy. How long are those flaps been on the camera? I just noticed them.
I just got those. This is a brand new that makes my camera look more professional. It's actually just to block light. If like I'm outside, it prevents glare getting onto the lens.
Cute.
So, yeah.
Cute. Just noticed it. So I guess I wasn't behind the curve.
But yeah, sorry for
I'm not.
the absence.
I'm not.
You're not sorry for not doing another episode. It's been like what?
It is. It's been a minute. But you know why?
It's been like a month.
Shit do be happening. You know, it wasn't ideal with the kid being home for summer vacation.
Yeah, it was just hard to.
And the closer we got to school starting, the more it was like, we got shit to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it was like super busy getting things ready for school and.
You get it.
Yeah. So.
You know.
Welcome to another episode.
We're here.
We're here. We're getting stuff, and
still here.
Yeah,
it'll be easier now. School's in session.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and,
just getting stuff done. Just getting stuff done, like aside from her stuff. You know what I mean? Like, because it was. I mean, I'm bored. I'm bored trying to get stuff for her to do. She got better about it, but like just working with her home was just so like. Hard.
After a while, it was kind of like, "Hey, can you play with me?" Like, no, I'm sorry, I'm working.
It got a little tougher. Like when we were in the middle of summer, she got really good about it, and like she had her own corner. She got her own things. Thank you very much.
I'm already hot.
Yeah,
I'm already starting to pre-sweat.
Yeah, but when it started to get close to the school, I think all of us are just on edge. It's like just do something.
By all of us, he means the two of us.
Yeah,
she didn't know.
Yeah. Well, no, she was like, I'm bored. She's like the bored thing. Just like the further we got into the summer break, it was just like, I don't know what to tell you, kid.
I thought it was the opposite.
No.
I feel like I heard I'm bored more in the beginning of summer. I don't feel like I heard it. I don't feel like I heard the words I'm bored towards the end of the summer. It was just more like, can you play with me?
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm sorry. I got a meeting. Can you play with me? No, I'm sorry. I got something. I got a deadline. I got to work on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, my fuse was like shorter and shorter the closer we got to school. It's like
when he got senioritis.
Yeah. It's like, I'm busy.
Yeah.
I got to work. I got deadlines to meet. And every time you pull me away, it takes me longer to do things. And it's like, all right. And we got good about like, all right, I can play with you for like 5 minutes, but then I have to get back to what I'm doing.
She'll get better the older she gets.
Yeah.
And the older she gets, the less she'll want to have to do with us. So, you know, people that have like older kids that are like grown and out of the house would probably be like, cherish these fucking moments. And, you know, you're gonna miss them.
Well, it's like also like those kind of parents too. I don't think they're in the situation that we are. Like remote work is more common now. And it's like those kind of parents, like they had to go to the office and, you know.
It's different when you go into the office. Like, I know that's probably a sensitive subject for a lot of people when you have like, this isn't our situation. We're both work full time from home. But like when people have like a stay at home parent and then a parent that goes to work and the stay at home parent, I don't want to say stay at home mom because I don't want to feed into the fucking stereotype because dads can do it too. But like
I did it for a year.
You did do it for a year or two.
Yeah.
A year or two, because she was about 2 when quarantine happened, and then I started working from home more.
Yeah. Oh my God, that video you took, like that TikTok you never posted, but that you made of her saying, like, greeting you at the door every time you came home. That was so fucking cute.
God, I love that video. I'm never getting rid of that video.
Mommy, miss you.
You want to put a smile on my face? That's one of the videos you show me. Like I would
on the door
for a while when I was going into the office to work. And I would come home, I would come in through the garage because I parked the car in the garage. And like, I'd have my phone like ready and recording as I opened the door. And I just got, I don't know how many clips I got.
I think you got like
but
close to
I got
like
a good handful of
more than 15 at least.
Adorable clips of like little tiny baby girl.
Yeah.
Being like, Mommy, I miss you. Mommy. I'm like, God damn, this is cute. But anyways, like the tension of, you know, a stay-at-home parent who... It also kind of depends on how old your kid is because the older your kids are, the more self-sufficient they are. And unless they really kind of need a stay-at-home parent, that's a different subject or a different conversation for a different time. Not to take away any credit from homemakers, but like, because I'm a homemaker too, right? Even though I work, we're both homemakers because we still do shit in and around the house. But I know there's probably tension between like stay-at-home parents because it is work.
Yeah.
And then they're tired at the end of the day because they're like, I've been fucking chasing around, however many kids we got all day and making lunches and cleaning the house and doing laundry and all that kind of stuff. But then the person that goes into work, they come home and they're like, well, now I'm tired from working all day. And it's like, okay, well, we're both tired. And how did I get onto this subject?
I don't know.
We were talking about working from home. I feel like there was a reason that I was talking about like...
Lost the train of thought.
No, wait, I'm almost there. Hold on. We were talking about how people older than us have historically not remote worked and they've gone into the office and it's really easy to be like, cherish these fucking moments because it's like, yeah, well, you got to disappear for 8 hours a day and get like a mental
home,
break.
Like all the time.
Like, yes,
summer.
You go to work. That's how it kind of happened. You get it. But like, that was the line of logic I was following. But like, when you go into work, you get like work tired, you get mentally tired. Yeah. But when you go into the office, you still get a mental break from home stuff. You're just not getting a mental break with work stuff. So you get a break with one thing, but not the other. Yeah. But when you both work from home full time, a blessing. I'm not complaining.
I'm not complaining.
Not complaining one bit. But yeah, when you got a young 6-year-old at home who's like, I just want
only child 6-year-old.
Only child.
That's another thing that no
siblings to distract her or anything. It's going to stay that way. Again, not complaining.
Sorry.
But she wants our attention all the time. I don't think she completely grasps the fact that she just thinks you're home.
Yeah.
So play with me. But it's like, I'm home.
All those stupid family YouTube channels that she watches.
I hate them.
Can't stand. Finally, we've gotten her onto Pokemon.
Oh, she is so into Pokemon right now.
Which is, it's kind of, it's like this kid obsession. I hope it doesn't fade as quickly as the other ones do because I'd rather her watch Pokemon all day long
than these fucking
YouTube families. Yeah, because it and I also found out she's kind of like worse than my mom watching her because like she's watching this show right now that we grew up on, the old Pokemon show with
original OG.
The OG.
Ash, Misty, and Brock.
They renamed it on Netflix. I can't remember what it's called.
Crystal. That's Sailor Moon.
No. I still have to finish that. But they renamed it. But it's like the OG Ash and Brock and Misty adventures and like
10 pixels in every frame.
Yeah, it still has the 4:3 aspect ratio.
We all know what that is.
But like she's worse than my mom because she's like, who's that? What are they doing? I'm like, just watch. It's a formula. Every time he runs into a new Pokemon, he's gonna hey, what the fuck is that thing?
Hey, let me look at my fucking Pokédex.
And then the Pokédex tells you what it is, and it's like she's gotten better about it. Like every time I'm like, just watch, baby. They'll tell you. They'll let you know. I'm sure Ash is gonna pull out his Pokédex and he's gonna figure out what it is, and if they don't know, they'll figure it out.
And like, baby girl, you talking right now? They're probably explaining it while you're yapping.
Yeah.
So
but I'd rather her watch that because she's obsessed with Pokemon. Like her favorite is Eevee and the evolutions, and super fucking cute when she goes on YouTube and watches. There's an actual YouTube kids TV channel that she watches that has like songs and nursery rhymes, but it's Pokemon
Resort.
Pokemon Resort. There's only 5 episodes long. She's watched it like 5 million times already.
I re-downloaded the Pokemon Go app on my phone. Because that was a lot of fun when it first came out. Yeah. Like, I feel like the world was really, really healed for a little bit when that first came out because everybody was out getting fresh air, walking, getting their exercise. Oh my God, a Pokestop. Let me spin it. Oh my God, a Pokemon. Let me catch it. Like, it was fun when it first came out. Yeah, then it lost its appeal for us. Yeah. We still have friends that are like heavily still into it. Like, heavily still into it.
Their Pokemon are like, I got the 5th evolution of.
They're like battling at gyms. I'm like, brother, I never did that.
Yeah, no.
All I ever did was be like, wow, a fucking Bulbasaur. Let me try to catch it. And like, that's all I ever did. Spun Pokestops. But I never went to the gyms. That was like those weren't there originally when the game first came out.
It was only catching and trading. And you couldn't battle.
Now you can battle.
Now you can battle people.
But you can only trade them back to Professor Oak. I think now you can trade them between people.
Yeah.
I don't think that was a thing originally.
I think it was.
Was it?
You can trade amongst friends and stuff.
I never played Pokemon Go with other people.
And we talked about this like to like evolve your eggs or whatever to get them to hatch. you'd have
Shit,
to.
I should have had my eggs open when I walked into work this morning.
And that's what I'm saying. How they never partnered with Garmin or one of these Fitbit, like with the wristbands, how they never partnered with them to do an exclusive like Pokemon like wristband or something. It's like you can link your accounts with each other and you don't have to leave the app open. You just like can link your
I think
your
they
steps.
do. I think they do have a Pokemon wristband, but it's not a partnership with like a Fitbit or a whatever the other one was called. Garmin.
Garmin. It's like, why wouldn't you do that? It's such a genius. It's like because you can track your steps and then you can encourage.
It came across somebody's desk. And it probably got shot down for some reason.
I bet they just didn't want to like share like revenue or anything.
Well, there's no way that didn't come up in conversation. Yeah. So it's not like they didn't think of it. I think it was
a huge missed opportunity. And
yeah.
Because I would have jumped on that immediately because I had a Fitbit for a while and I have this new Garmin. Is Fitbit Garmin or no? No, I think they're two different entities. But now I have the new one that I track my running on. But it's like, why wouldn't you? Because can you imagine? It's like you run a marathon. You just hashed like 1 million eggs.
There's got to be a reason. There's no way that
it has to be a money issue or a licensing issue or something like that.
Something
that was a missed opportunity in my opinion.
But that definitely faded for us, and we were kind of like, this game's kind of fucking lame now, and we like uninstalled. But
it's fun to have her do it now.
It's fun to have her do it. So I definitely re-downloaded it, and we just Well, I'm not going to gyms and battling. It's just like, oh my God, we
caught like another Eevee.
A Spearo's outside. Let's go catch it.
She got really good at the spinning thing really quick. I'm like, God damn, kid, you got good at that.
No, we were trying to catch whatever it was, and it was like, because like when you try to catch them, they're depending on like what level they are. They either have a green circle, a yellow circle, or probably a red also. I mean, orange. I don't know, but like the level of difficulty that they are to catch and curveballs up your likelihood of catching them.
Yeah.
And we were trying to catch one, and I just could not get the throw right. And I was trying to spin it. I was trying to throw it. I'm doing
like a Gyarados or something.
I'm trying to do no. I was trying to get like the curve throw, and I just wasn't getting it. And I'm like, I'm wasting all my balls here. And then the next thing I know, because the first time she did it, she did not understand the concept. She was like spinning and then throwing it straight. Yeah. And it would just spin right off the corner of the screen. I'm like, baby, if it's a curveball, you gotta curve it. You gotta curve that shit. The mind of a child, something wonderful thing, because she picked it up quick. Like after I wasted about 10,000 Pokeballs on this one thing, probably like 3, 4, 5, something like that. She grabs the phone. She's like, I got it, Mom. Bow, got it in one try. Curveball. And he was like, captured immediately. I'm like, fuck me, I guess. I'm just a boomer over here. Can't catch a fucking Nidoran or whatever it was. But yeah, she's gotten a lot better.
Oh yeah. I was thinking about maybe I should do it too, because like sometimes you'll walk her to school, sometimes I'll walk her to school, and it's like, oh, I wish Mommy was here because then we can catch Pokemon.
Word.
So I was like, maybe I'll download it and get back into it.
She's been, because the trepidation I had was I don't want to encourage her to be like, Mommy, give me your phone. Mommy, give me your phone. Mommy, give me your phone. Like 24/7, because she did go through an age where we had like apps on her phone, and she was like, I want to play with your phone. I'm like, no.
It's Mommy's phone.
And then she get pissed. And then it's like, this could have been avoided if I never just gave you my phone in the first place. Yeah. She's been really good about it. Maybe it's because she's getting older and she understands things more, and she hears the word no a lot more often. But she's been really good about it. Every so often she'll be like, can we just check the house and see if there's any fucking Pokemon? I'm like, yeah. There's usually like 1 or 2. But it's been fun. We re-downloaded that. I really wish that she could have done this closer to her birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Because her birthday, she was all about Frozen, all about Elsa. That ship sailed relatively quickly. Yeah. You know, for a hot minute in time, every car ride was like, I want to listen to Let It Go. I want to listen to whatever other songs there are.
Into the Unknown.
Into the Unknown. And the other ones. Yeah. To the point where I know a good amount of lyrics to like the Elsa tracks that slap. Not like the shitty songs that nobody cares about. But like the cool ones. But that ship sailed pretty quick. And I'm pissed because like her birthday party, I made an Elsa invitation, a digital Elsa invitation to send to people. I rented a fucking Elsa ass bounce house for the backyard. A couple of people got her like Elsa themed presents, which is great and everything. Fun, but then like a month later, she's like, Pikachu is life. And everything is Pokemon, and I live and breathe Pokemon.
She like knows all the evolutions of Eevee, and
she's pointing out Pokemon that I'm like, I've never even seen. Well,
the newer ones, like the
Zoomer ones, but I wish that she would have been into Pokemon for her birthday party, because those couple of friends that are like heavy into Pokemon, one of our friends in particular would have lost his mind and probably gotten her like 10 EV Squishmallows or something. But such is life.
Now she wants to be a Pokemon trainer for Halloween.
So we might be Pokemon trainers for Halloween, which I'm down, because it seems like a pretty easy costume to throw together. I'm tell you what, I'm not buying Pokeballs like that you can hold.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there are cheapo like stress ball ones that you can get.
Hell yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
or like little stuffy ones.
Yeah,
but yeah, she's been really into watching Pokemon lately and trying to catch them on my phone.
Yeah, which is we every once in a while we'll sing the opening song with her, and it is fucking adorable.
So nice.
It's like cleanse my soul, which we need right now.
When she, because when she does watch the original show and the theme song comes on, it's like the world stops spinning for a second and we just start screaming the lyrics wherever we are in the house. Yeah. I just hear, I want to be the very best, and I come running into
all
the
you
room,
need to hear is
screaming the rest of the song. I want to be, and I just run into the room screaming the lyrics, and it feels great. It's
she has a Pikachu and a Glaceon stuff,
which is an evolution of Eevee if you're not cultured.
Yeah.
The ice evolution.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
yeah, if you hear that, it's Florida.
No,
late summer. Huh?
These pick that up?
Yeah, I can hear it in my headphones. Florida, late summer storms.
Every day, it's like a 60% chance of rain and thunderstorms.
Is it gonna rain today? Yep.
Maybe not.
That's all she'd say on your phone. It's like,
is it gonna rain today?
Is it gonna rain today? Yes. Yes.
I don't know.
It's Florida. It's gonna rain at some point in the day. It's gonna rain.
I'm just hoping it doesn't rain at pickup time.
We'll figure it out.
You know.
But yeah.
Yeah,
but she'll grab her stuff, like the two she has. She's gonna want more. I already know she's gonna want more.
I've already put some on her Amazon wish list as like a bookmark.
Yeah, but she'll grab them, she'll dance with them. I'm like, that's
it's
fucking
so
adorable,
fucking cute. Like sometimes she'll dance around and she'll like talk to them and play with them, and I will just whatever I'm doing, I'll just stop. This is probably what the boomers are talking about when they're like, cherish these moments. Because like she'll be doing something stupid fucking cute. Yeah. And whatever I'm doing, I'm working, I'm doing something on my phone, watching something, I will literally stop and just marvel at her and just watch her. And it hurts my heart. It's so cute. I'll just be like, oh, God damn. And then usually she'll look at me and be like, Mom, you're really taking me out of the moment.
My immersion, Mom.
My immersion is all ruined now. I got to start a new game. And I'm like, well, I'm the asshole. But yeah, she's so fucking cute. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, she'll always ask, like, what's your favorite Pokemon, Dad? It's like, I told you like a million times. It's probably Jolteon or something.
I mean, the obvious answer is Pikachu because adorable.
You can't be a basic bitch. You can't say Pikachu.
I am partially Eevee. So it's funny that she would latch on to Eevee because I do like her.
Yeah, Eevee's adorable.
Ninetales pretty cute.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's so
Charizard
many.
can't be beat also. I mean.
Yeah.
Homeboy is pretty.
She loves Charmander. Every time Ash calls out Charmander, she just goes, "Oh, Charmander!"
You know who I think is kind of lame? Maybe it's because of the show. I never watched the Pokemon show growing up, but so like her watching it now is me also watching it for the first time. She's like, "What's going on? Who's that person?" I'm like, I don't know either. Yeah, I have no idea. First time for me too. Squirtle.
What? You don't like Squirtle?
I don't know. I feel like there's just too many of them. Like the Squirtle Squad.
There's a whole episode that's the whole point. He was a leader to the Squirtle Squad. They became firefighters for the town that they were being mischievous
when they just shoot water out of their mouths. It's like, where's it all coming from?
Hey, man, don't question it. Just go along for the ride.
They're also little pocket monsters, so you just gotta suspend reality for a minute while you're watching it.
Yeah, it's also like I rewatching it because like I noticed this like you're watching old shit from like.
Has that always been there?
Yes, it has.
My God. Go on. I'm sorry. I just noticed it. That's been
the
there?
backlight.
Every time?
Yes.
The whole time?
The whole time.
The whole time?
Yes.
Wow. Has that film been on it?
Yeah. Oh, God, it came off. Ooh, no.
That must be what I'm picking up on.
Hold on. Gotta fix this. There we go.
I don't think I believe you.
No, it's been
that wire's been on the wall the whole time?
Yes.
Wow. I'm not very observant. I've learned.
Anyways, going back and rewatching like childhood stuff that, like, Dragon Ball, Sailor Moon, Pokemon, like I've said it before. Rewatching the original Sailor Moon is painful. Like,
well,
it's such a like. She's so whiny. She's not heroic. She just happens
the main bitch. Sailor Moon.
Yeah,
Does she have a different name?
She has her actual name.
Oh,
what is it? It's Hold on, I'm having a showdown moment.
Hold on.
No, because they changed it when I originally watched it.
Sailor Moon real name?
Yeah. It was like Serenity or something in like the first time I saw it, and they redubbed everything and they went for original name.
I see a name that sounds very Japanese.
Yes, it is. It's
Usagi.
Usagi, yeah.
Tsukino?
Yes. Is there? Yeah.
Oh, and it is turned into Serena? Isn't that what you just said?
Yeah, it was Serena at first, but then they redubbed it. They came back and redubbed it, and then they used the original names.
I never watched Sailor Moon.
They didn't want, because Americanized things, because I guess that was too Japanese for American audience. They just named her Serenity. Whatever
yourself.
But like, yeah, it's painful to rewatch that stuff because not very heroic, and her friend, it's like so formulaic. Like her friends ended up saving her, and every 5 seconds.
Well, they always bail her out of shit.
Yeah, they always bail her out. Oh, Tuxedo Mask, you can do it, Sailor Moon.
Is he a bad guy?
No, he's a good guy. He turns bad at one point.
Oh, spoilers.
Mind control,
Don't
which is my least favorite like narrative trope. I hate mind control. I cannot stand mind control. It's such a cop out.
I didn't watch anime growing up.
Yeah.
Because we grew up during a time where I was like, oh, you're such a fucking nerd if you watch this. And I don't know. It's not that I watched it. It's not that I didn't watch it because I was afraid of being a nerd. It was just, it didn't appeal to you. It didn't appeal to me. My brother never watched it.
That's surprising. I always thought he would have been an anime guy.
I don't think he did.
I think he was. I just don't think he watched it with you.
Maybe not.
I don't know.
I don't remember. But it just wasn't like, I hate to say mainstream, but I guess kind of. It was, since it wasn't like necessarily mainstream, that's maybe why it wasn't something that I had much access to.
It wasn't on your radar, yeah.
It wasn't on my radar.
Yeah.
But I do think it's funny that whenever you talk about some of these animes, that it's like, when you watch it in its raw form, it's like, oh my God, it's so fucking boring. They're so boring that they come out with abbreviated versions like Dragon Ball Z Kai, Sailor Moon Crystal. Like, yes. And I can only imagine the same thing goes for, is there an Evangelion?
No,
like,
actually, that one you should watch. It's original. No, I think they do
We started watching that, didn't we?
We did. You got like.
Didn't they have a fight in a mall?
What am I thinking? In the mall. You're thinking of X-Men.
I'm certainly
you might think, I don't know.
No, I remember we started watching some anime. Mm-hmm. I remember they had like things that they were fighting, and I feel like they were in a mall.
Oh no, you're thinking of Angel something. Oh my God.
Yeah.
What is it? Yeah, no, because it wasn't. Yeah, they had little dolls that they can customize. And they can fight in an arena. What is it called?
Yes, anime Angel.
Oh my God, what is it?
Not Neon Genesis Evangelion.
No, that's
no. You're on to something.
180.
You know what I'm talking about.
Evangelion. It's another one. Like if you like
Angel fighting angel
dolls anime.
Oh yeah, fighting angel dolls.
Yeah,
anime angel.
What is it called?
Fighting Angelic Layer.
Angelic Layer. That was fun.
I don't remember much. They fought in a mall. That's all I remember.
You got like 2 episodes in, and then we just stopped.
We also watched
it.
Rama 1/2 a little bit.
It got a little bit into that.
Was fucking weird.
That was weird.
That was random as shit.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It was random.
It was almost like a meme with our friends that we were living with at the time. Mm-hmm. Like one of our friends just thought it was hilarious, and we started watching it with him. I think.
Yeah. it's an interesting watch, but like going back and watching all this stuff, it's like it's kind of painful because Ash is such
little bitch.
Especially the first part of the season. He's getting the further you get into the first season, he's getting better at it.
What is it about main characters being little bitches? Is it because it gives room for character growth?
Yeah, because I think by the end of it, he's more seasoned. He's
the very best.
Yeah, he wants to be the very best. Yeah. But like Sailor Moon in particular, it takes her so long to adjust and be the leader that she is. Like basically like the first season, she doesn't become the princess she's meant to be to the very last episode.
Oh my God.
And all of her friends die.
Who's got time? All the planet girls die?
Yeah, all the Sailor Guardians die in front of her.
Oh my
and
god.
that's what really
Put
clicks
a
with her.
spoiler alert on this.
No,
That's
what
it takes for her to become a leader. All my friends are dead.
Yeah, then they get reborn. It's weird.
Oh, they come back?
Yeah, they all come back and their memories get wiped, and then the whole her first half of the second season is getting all of them back, all their memories back, and reawakening them themselves. And it's
and
like,
now
that's
she's
weird.
wise and
Nope.
not a bitch. Oh.
Nope, still a whiny little bitch.
Damn.
And it's just a cycle all over again. Like, oh my god. But yeah, it's like if you're thinking to get into Sailor Moon, just watch Crystal. It's
don't have to now. Everybody dies, and then they come back.
So much better. Well, no, they take liberties and they make different story beats and they adjust it for the modern audience. And
who's your
it's
favorite
so much
sailor?
better.
Scout.
Sailor Guardian.
Guardian. I thought they were Scouts.
They were called Sailor Scouts when they originally did it. And now, I think now they're Sailor Guardians. I think in the
Maybe
Japanese.
it makes them sound more mature.
Well, because they're guardians for Sailor Moon. That's what their purpose is. They're supposed to guard the princess. Yeah.
Lame. I did not know that.
Wow.
I thought they were all a team.
Yeah, they are.
all
No, but
fighting
they're
the
no.
same
So
fight.
okay. So premise of Sailor Moon is like there's the moon and then the earth and like what's her face? I already forgot her.
Serena.
Yeah.
Serenity.
Yeah. The Sailor
Serena.
Moon is a princess of the Moon Kingdom, and the Sailor Guardians are her protectors.
So it's almost like Padme having her like guard
Sort of. Yeah.
the girls that like.
and
help
then like
protect her.
some dark force comes in to rule the kingdom, and like they lose the battle. So then the queen ends up.
But she's not the queen. She's a princess.
She's a princess. Her mom, who looks exactly like her,
Good for
ends
her.
up using the moon crystal to like send all of the girls to be reborn in the future on Earth, and they're resurrected. And then the evil comes back. So like the cat Luna ends up having to reawaken all the girls.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's complicated. But yeah, that was the original purpose. That's why they're called guardians, because they protect the princess.
The bitch.
Yeah, the bitches. But to your question, like if like my favorite is it went
Mercury. Jupiter.
Nope.
Saturn.
Nope.
Venus. Just naming planets at this point.
It
I
went-
don't know what they look like.
So the original
one with
five,
green hair.
original four is it was for me it was Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Mercury, then Moon. Moon was my least favorite.
I hate her already.
Yeah.
I haven't even watched it.
I mean, come on,
basic.
you get like, girls wearing short skirts and fighting. Who like how has that appeal to a 13-year-old kid? You know, I wonder why I watched it.
What are these feelings? Fighting and skirts? Oh no!
Pretty
Yeah.
girls in short skirts. What is this?
I wonder. Yeah, because the funny thing is that I feel like it's a stupid thought to have, but I feel like if people were to find out a boy watched Sailor Moon, they'd be like,
Moon.
"Oh my god, are you gay?" It's like literally the opposite.
Literally the opposite.
Look at those
It's like
outfits.
when I was watching the show, how old was I? I was like around 12, 13.
Sailor Scouts were your awakening part of it.
Sort of, yeah. It's like I wonder
Sailor Moon
why.
and Padme Amidala.
Well, and Kimberly from Power Rangers.
And Kimberly from Power Rangers.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we had this conversation. Like, what was your like first like celebrity crush? It's like, as much as I would like to say like, Carrie Fisher or Natalie Portman, it's most likely Amy Jo Johnson from
Pink
Power
Ranger.
Rangers, the Pink Ranger. It's like, if I'm being honest with myself.
I mean, I feel like a lot of people from our generation would
Yeah.
probably say the same. A lot of,
Yeah.
straight dudes from our generation.
Yeah.
And maybe some gay ladies.
They didn't know until they look back on their childhood. It's like, yep,
Wait a
that's
minute.
what did it for me.
That's how it all started.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. No, I didn't watching those animes growing up. I just watched the normal shit like a loser. I watched Nickelodeon and whatever.
I mean, I watched like the cartoon. Well, I think that's the
Well,
like,
you watch a lot of Cartoon Network, where
Network.
they had like Samurai Jack and whatever.
yeah,
and
but that was where
not Adult Swim.
Toonami. That was a lot of like kids my age or guys, people my age right now. When we look back on our childhood, that's how we got introduced. A lot of us got introduced to like anime through Toonami, because that's where they had all these other. Because they didn't just have Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball. They had like Gundam Wing. They had Rurouni Kenshin, Inuyasha, Outlaw Star, Cowboy Bebop. Like, all these got introduced through us. Like
I wasn't a big Cartoon Network kid. Dexter's Lab,
Yeah.
Johnny Bravo.
Oh, that was a whole different brand. There wasn't anime. It was just like these Cartoon
I'm
Network
just talking
anime.
Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
As an umbrella,
Yeah.
you know. I don't know. I was more, because growing up, it was channels 34, 35, 36. 34 was Nickelodeon, 35 was Disney Channel, 36 was Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
It was 34 all day for me, you know. I didn't watch many Disney Channel and Cartoon Network things.
Yeah.
But some of those Nickelodeon shows really hit me in my nostalgia. Like, it's good shit.
Well, you can't do that anymore now that, what's his face with the whole Nickelodeon documentary.
Dan Schneider, piece of shit, head ass, foot fetish, piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't watched that documentary. I'm not sure I want to.
I don't want to either.
Why do I want to voluntarily make myself sad? There's already enough to do that. I don't need to invite anymore.
Just walk outside.
I'm just open up any news app or any social media
Hey, man,
app.
it's looking up lately.
Hey, man,
like
world's a dumpster fire.
I don't know, with the introduction of certain people into the political landscape, and it just seems we're getting a lot of energy that this country fucking needs.
Hello, you're
spam
very
call.
popular.
It's probably somebody calling me about the election.
Hey, will you vote for my guy?
Nope, I already know who I'm voting for, but not going to sway me. But yeah, but I am liking that she's getting into like Pokemon, because like it's fun. It's fun.
It's lighthearted.
It's
good for her age range.
Yes.
We just gotta see if there's any like Nintendo Switch games.
Well, there is. It's just a little too advanced for her right now. I think in the next year or two, I think if she's still into Pokemon, I'll buy it and I'll download it for her.
See what happens.
We'll see what happens.
It's fun though.
Yeah,
it's cute. She's
maybe
adorable.
I'll download it right now just for me.
Just for me.
Just for me to get into it, and she can watch me play it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that. But anyways.
Cute.
Yeah. So as you can see,
I figured. There's no way that we both wore jerseys and we're not going to talk about football.
football is back tonight. UCF plays a nobody team like we did last year.
Wow. Who is it?
It's hold on. It's some nobody team.
How embarrassing.
UCF.
Okay, so while he looks that up, I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but I'm not into football.
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
Yeah.
God, how embarrassing. New Hampshire. Sorry if you're from there. But like, I don't understand a lot about football. I know that.
But you still like watching it.
There's 11 people on the field per team.
Yes.
I could not name every position or how many of them are out there at a time.
Mm-hmm.
But, one team has the ball. The other team wants the ball. And
the team wants. Yeah, that's a great way.
And so they're trying to get the ball away from them. They're trying to get it to the end zone. They're trying to get it to the other end zone. Mm-hmm. You do that by normal means, you get 6 points. Mm-hmm. Then you get the chance to either kick a field goal for 1 extra point, or you can convert it for 2 points, which means either running it in or throwing it in as opposed to kicking it in. Mm-hmm. Or if, because you get to the last down and you don't feel that you can get it into the end zone, you can kick a field goal for 3. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
I can call games, I'm pretty sure. But as far as, that's how the game goes.
Pretty much, yeah.
In a nutshell, but there's like 100,000 penalties. And it's like, well, if you're running down the field and your lead foot is the left one, but you're looking to your right, then you're going to get a penalty if you make eye contact with the other team at that point. Like, there's so many stupid fucking rules and penalties. And every time they throw a flag or blow their whistle, I'm like, what happened now? And you're like, clearly, this is what happened.
No, sometimes it's very obvious. Like, false starts, really obvious to watch.
False starts,
offsides, really easy to
offsides confuse me because it only applies to one team, right? Don't tell me. So when you have the ball and you are one of the big guys in front, offensive lineman, right?
Yeah.
If you're an offensive lineman and you're like, okay, I'm in my position. You are not allowed to move. Otherwise, you false start.
Yes.
But the defensive lineman can move.
They can move, but they just can't cross the line of scrimmage. If they cross the line of scrimmage,
then it's offsides.
When the ball is snapped. So if the defensive player is across the line while the ball is snapped, then it's offside. But if you cross the line and cause an offensive player to move, then it's encroachment.
I'm already pissed. I'm already pissed. Oh my God. Wait. Offensive lineman in my position, defensive lineman, whatever. I'm here. The ball gets snapped.
Snapped, yes.
I thought it was a free for all and you can move at that point. How is that?
If a defensive player is on the wrong side of the line of scrimmage when the ball is snapped, you're offsides.
Oh, like before the ball snapped.
Yeah, before the ball
Okay. It's just weird to say when the ball snapped because at that point,
yeah, no. If you're say like you were trying to time the snap and you want to get a good start on thing, say
and you're like anticipating.
You're anticipating and you cross the line too early and then the ball snaps, then it's offsides.
So if you move before the ball is snapped, not when, before the ball is snapped.
Yeah.
And if you are an offensive player and you
can
somehow juke and force somebody to move, then it's encroachment.
Yeah. So if you're a defensive player and say like this is the line of scrimmage and I come in.
You're defensive.
I'm defensive. You're offensive.
Okay.
You're in your stance as a left limb, and I come in past the line of scrimmage, and then if I'm in your bubble,
ball's not snapped,
and you flinch, my movement causing you to flinch is encroachment.
Yeah, but you already moved and crossed the line of scrimmage. How is that not a false start or offsides?
Because the ball has to be snapped before it to be offsides.
But I thought it was when you did it before the ball was snapped.
No.
So confused.
So if I'm a defensive player and I'm on the wrong side of the line of scrimmage,
you're offensive. I blacked out for a second.
No. So I'm a defensive player.
Defensive.
I'm defensive. And this is line of scrimmage. If I'm past the line of scrimmage when the ball is snapped, I'm offsides.
Okay.
But if I go past the line of scrimmage into your zone of your like sort of bubble,
me and my bubble, me and God,
you and your bubble, and it causes
only people
you're an offensive player, you're an offensive lineman. If I cross the line of scrimmage into your little bubble, that causes you to move. If I touch you or you flinch, like I'm doing this, and I flinch, I'm in your little zone past the line of scrimmage. That's encroachment because my movement caused you to move, trying to get you to false start.
That didn't clear anything up.
It's not that hard.
Hey, it is.
It's not that hard.
It's confusing, and that's only 2 fucking penalties.
Yeah.
Like there's so many, and seriously, I think the one that if you're facing due west and I think the sun is the moon's in retrograde.
Yeah, no, I think the two that you really just don't understand is pass interference.
Yeah.
And intentional grounding.
Yes.
So I think that's what you're trying to wrap your head around. Intentional grounding has so many stupid
fucking conditions and rules. You got to be outside of the tackle box, and then you're allowed to throw it on the ground.
So, okay. So you know what the tackle box is, right?
No.
So when you line up as an offensive line, your tackles are the so it goes center, guard, tackle.
Oh my God.
Right? And that's the lines go back. If you
imaginary lines
go back and like
from people.
People
are making a box.
So that little zone that those lines create is called the tackle box.
But what if they move?
No, that's when they set.
Oh.
So when they're set, the lines go back. That's the tackle box.
So then once people do start moving, the box stays where it was?
The box stays where it was.
Oh.
So say the quarterback doesn't go outside of that box and he throws and it goes to nobody.
How do you fucking keep track of where the box was when everybody's moving?
That's what the referees are there for.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't understand how they're able to keep track.
It's just, I can't remember all the things, but so for it to not be intentional grounding, there has to be a receiver in the area. So like when the quarterback throws the ball and it hits the ground, nobody catches it. If there is no receiver in the area, then it constitutes
in the area.
Grounding.
Very subjective.
Yeah. Well, within a certain yard rate, it's like if he's throwing in nobody and it hits the ground, it's like, yo, dog, who the hell are you throwing it to? Kind of
you were just trying to not get sacked.
Yeah, exactly. The ball also has to pass the line of scrimmage. So if he throws
I know what that is.
Yeah. If he throws it and it doesn't get past the line of scrimmage, intentional grounding.
Okay.
So there's so many, I got to look up the rule officially, but the 3 main things they look for is he outside the tackle box? Did it make it past the line of scrimmage? Is there a receiver in the area?
Oh my God.
if certain things don't meet that criteria, then they got to call and it's like a loss of downs and a 10-yard penalty.
Okay, listen. I don't really understand football. I think that's become kind of apparent. I understand the bare bones basics of I want my ball to be in their end zone. And when they have the ball, I want to get it from them and then run to their end zone. That's football.
Oh, they introduced a new kickoff in NFL that looks so weird. like
kickoff.
It's a new kickoff format to help protect the players from injury. Because you know how kickoffs usually work. Everybody, you stand on your side of the field.
And then they start running, and then the person kicks.
So the new way they're doing it, they're kicking off.
Is this new for this year?
This is new for this year for the NFL, not for college. College is still doing it the old school way. So I can't remember where they line up, but like both teams line up 5 yards apart from each other on one side of the field. The kicker kicks it from the 30 on their side.
I'm already lost, but go on.
And both teams can't move until the ball is caught or it lands in one of the zones.
How can it be caught if you can't move?
No. So there's the kicker, there's 2 receivers, and then the line of players.
2 receivers? What? One
so you have
team?
No. So you have the kicker.
This is confusing.
Then you have receivers from the receiving team. It has 2 of them. So if
okay.
So if it goes one side of the field, one guy can catch it or the other guy can catch it. So there's 2 receivers.
Okay, wait. Hold on, everybody.
I can actually look it up.
No, that's okay.
I can look at a picture.
If I got well, I guess that would help. Football's kind of dumb, but like, I look forward to football season every year. I know it doesn't really make sense. I think that I enjoy football more for the
okay. So
vibe.
here. See, you see that? I'll put this picture up on. So you see how they're lined up like that?
Yes.
So they're lined up on, what is that?
It bothers me that they're not like in the middle of the field. It's very asymmetrical, and I like symmetry.
Yes. Well, because it's to get the ball. So there's the kicker. There's the 2 teams, the 2 like that.
And like that would be the end zone that they're trying to go to.
Yeah. And
to score.
This is the end zone they're trying to go to, and these are the 2.
Oh, right.
These are the 2 receivers that can catch the ball.
So
these guys
don't get to move.
They don't get to move until it lands in one of these zones or once somebody catches it.
Dumb as hell.
It's supposed to be safer because you're not getting a steam. You're not getting like the defense, like whatever players aren't running full speed at somebody. It's like you get engagement right on for these guys. But I like it because it makes the game safer, but I don't like it because it's so new. It's like, it is weird. It's so weird.
Also, American football is just inherently very dangerous. You have these tremendous dudes throwing their bodies at each other.
Yeah. And it's also
constantly.
Like, I keep hearing like
one
arguments.
Kickoff is not going to keep them safer. They're still going to throw their bodies at each other later on.
It keeps them safe for one part of the game.
Exactly.
And it's like, if you're really concerned with safety, because I heard this argument all the time, it's like, if you're really concerned with safety, you should be playing 20 games in a season. And they keep trying to increase the number of games, because there used to be only at most, including the Super Bowl, there only used to be 13 games.
Ooh.
Now regular season is 18 games. And I think like a handful of teams are playing 3 games within a week span. And it's like, how is that safe? And also they're having this discussion of turf. They're replacing all grass with turf now, artificial turf. And they've done studies to where like players are getting hurt more on turf than they are getting hurt on grass, because their cleat might grab the turf in a weird way, and it leads to non-contact injuries. People are like tearing their ACLs all the time.
It doesn't make sense in my brain to have cleats on turf. Aren't they like literally designed for grass and dirt?
I don't know. Well, there's different cleats designed for different fields, and what I have no idea. But like also like there's less padding on turf than there is grass. So it's like, if you really want to keep the players safe, let's come up with some new kind of field turf to help improve player safety, and not have them play like 18 games in a regular season. So it's like,
Listen, I look forward to football every year. Not because I enjoy it, not because I understand it, but I think it's more the vibe. I like football for its social aspect, because usually it leads to, when college starts, tailgating with our friends, because a lot of us went to the same school, and even though we're not very good, it's still fun to get together.
Hey man, we've gotten better. We're in a big boy conference now.
I expect little to nothing from UCF, and that's how I stay a happy fan.
I hope we do better this season, because I showed you our quarterback. Our starting quarterback this season is a fucking big boy of a beast. Oh my god, big boy! Like dudes try to tackle him, he's just like, get off me, bitch, and he just flicks him away. Like, oh my god! And he's coming from Arkansas, which is in the
Out of Kansas?
Arkansas. Yeah, he's coming from he transferred from Arkansas, which was in the SEC. So he played like teams like Alabama,
I don't like Alabama.
Florida, like all the big like
Florida.
Tennessee, like all the big boy
Big boy
schools. So like hopefully that will help us out. And the Big 12, which isn't a huge, it's a big boy conference, but not like the Big 10 or SEC.
I expect little to nothing.
Yeah, but I'm just hoping because like last season we won our first 3 games, which were nobody schools, and then we got into the conference games and we lost like 6 straight. And
Seems
it's like, come on, guys,
pretty par for the course.
Yeah,
it brings me back to my college days. Like, that one year, I forget what year it was that we were winless.
Oh, that was several. There's 2 winning seasons. Once. There's more. We had that more than once.
And we had a good time. We partied either way.
Yeah.
You lose, you drown your sorrows. You win, you celebrate the win.
Yeah.
It's a win-win for the fans. But yeah, no. I just always assume we're gonna suck. And I just like getting together to tailgate. I don't know. Even when it's just us, like watching it at home, I don't really pay a lot of attention, but I still I don't know. It just makes me feel warm and fuzzy. Maybe it's also because the start of football season usually means that we're getting closer to the holiday season,
yeah.
which that makes me very happy. I would say fall, but it's barely even fall here.
Yeah.
I really like heading into October, November, December.
Yeah, Halloween,
my favorite time of the
Christmas, New Year's.
Yes, like September is fun because I just know that is the gateway to the holidays. So maybe that's part of it. I know that it's going to be fun, friends, family, holidays, slightly cooler weather.
Yeah.
So, it's bigger than football for me. Maybe it's all that stuff, and football is just the harbinger.
Hopefully we do well this season, because we really only as of right now we're only playing 2 ranked teams. So I don't know.
Get ranked.
Yeah, we actually play Florida this year.
Ew.
Which is, I think we play it in Gainesville. So
in the swamp.
In the swamp. Why can't we have a good name? The Bounce House. Hello.
Fucking stupid.
Why
not the dungeon? I know we probably said this a million times before. It's Knights.
The dungeon.
Why would you name our stadium nothing having to do with our like school theme?
I've told the story before of why it's called the Bounce House.
Well, because we jump and everything, and the camera shake.
And
who fucking gets so stupid? It's like a 13-year-old named our stadium.
You gotta start traditions somehow, right?
Like a 13-year-old just went to a birthday party. Then they went to a UCF game, and somebody was like, "Hey man, we gotta name this fucking place." And the kid's like, "Everybody's jumping. I don't know, fuck Bounce House." Like, how lame can you get?
There is something that we do, like, because how like they have all these.
Oh, you're popular.
No, it's TikTok, but like they have all these flags that like every time we have a touchdown, they bring out the flag, and they it's in the crowd and it's bouncing and stuff. There's this one big flag that goes across, I think, one end zone or one sideline. It says "Welcome to the Nightmare," and it's spelled Night.
I've seen that.
It's like that's cool.
That's cute because we have a theme, Knights, and black and gold. Have fun, and then you go Bounce House. Like, I don't know. It should be the dungeon.
I feel bad for the players. I think that's why we have a lot of night games.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. But like we are black and gold, and we're leaning heavily into like the black jerseys, which are
I prefer the black jerseys. I don't like when we wear gold or white. I like black.
It depends on the combination, because we have so many different helmet, jersey, pants combinations. Like the all black looks so clean. And
that's my favorite. I want
so good. The all white with gold lettering is super clean too. It's like a white helmet with gold. Like,
I'm not a fan of white clothes.
It depends, because like
general.
Sometimes we'll do like whiteout games, and like all the crowds wearing white and the uniforms we're wearing are white. That looks
sounds problematic. I prefer darker.
Why's it gotta be white?
I prefer darker uniforms.
No, but
always.
I feel bad for the players, because like all black.
It's probably
in
hot.
Florida.
Yeah.
It's like maybe that's why we play a lot of like night games.
You're gonna sweat your dick off regardless, but black clothing probably doesn't help. But you're also in Florida running around playing a sport, so it probably is.
I don't know.
Minimal how much the black clothing adds.
But then the space the space game is always cool. Like the last year with the powder blue jerseys, those are really cool. Like I if we like it would suck to like, you know, my alma mater changes the school colors. If that would have happened, if they would have changed it to the powder blue and black and silver, I'm like, I'd be less angry about that. That looks pretty cool.
No.
I
don't know. I tend to, clothing wise, I tend to gravitate to darker.
the darkers, yeah.
Clothing on me personally.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't like light clothing, probably because I'm see-through. So, and I guess maybe that's what I like to see on other people.
Yeah.
So, there's plenty of people out there that can pull off light clothing, but as far as like sports uniforms go, I don't know. I don't like the white uniforms.
It depends on like the white for pro teams for football. Not Baltimore. Cincinnati Bengals. They have like
black and orange, right?
Yeah, black and orange, but they have these all white jerseys with the white helmet and the black stripes. Right. Those look super clean.
I'll look it up, but I won't like it.
Those look so cool. But yeah, I need to get a new jersey though, because this is the old when we were in the
get a new one and that one becomes mine.
Exactly.
Just like this one. This was the old jersey. Then you got that one.
Yeah, because this was back when we were in the American Conference.
Oh, we don't want to look like a fucking asshole having the wrong patch.
Just like it was like just our luck. We get into like it was the Big East at once. Then they rebranded it to the American, and then like the year that we got in was the last year it got automatic bowl bid for like because that's when the last year it was a big conference, and then the next year it's like, oh no, you're into the group of 5 now. You're not a Power 5 conference anymore. It's like, oh great. We finally get into a big boy conference. They changed the name and they boot us out of that group.
Is that the reason you want to get a new one? Because your patch is wrong?
Yes.
Could you get the new one and just sew it on top?
No. Because they look different now. They're cleaner and they're. I want to get the all black one with the gold, because like the black jersey has gold lettering, and it's like super minimal, super clean.
Well, I like that one. So when you upgrade, that bitch is mine.
Yeah, because I think the only difference is it's like. It doesn't have the white with the gold trim. It's gold, all gold numbers with the Big 12 patch, and then I think this is still here, but it's darker, and they don't have the cuff, and it's just like all black, super clean, super traditional. It's like, oh, that's awesome. I need it.
Cute.
I just gotta find a site that sells it, because if you buy it from official sites, it's like $280. I'm like, no,
you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah, because I got this one off of some like knockoff site. It was like $60. It's like,
I remember.
God damn, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, I gotta find one. But yeah, super excited for football.
Me too. And also, we haven't really done much for Super Bowl recently in the past couple of years, but that always makes me happy too. Mm-hmm. I was like looking up like recipes for like Super Bowl type snacks and appetizers. I think that's very fun. I'm not doing the more extravagant ones. One of these days, we got to do that thing where they make that snack thing that looks like a stadium.
No.
I think that'd be fun.
No, that's wasteful.
You say that, but
no, because like all you're doing that is for like, oh, Instagram. Hi, Instagram.
Well, you know that's not why I'm doing it. Yeah. Because I don't post shit to Instagram. I just think it'd be fun. Yeah. And cute. Very demure.
Don't. I hate that.
I know. I'm already over it. I can't stand it.
I was just talking to a client yesterday when I was at that shoot, and I was talking about like trends and stuff, and he's like, oh, I can't stand that demure thing. I'm like, me too. Thank you. We're on the same wavelength.
I don't know. It's just like, I think that with the rise of social media in the past handful of years, I think people have lost the concept of beating a dead horse is lost on people at this point. And that's all people want to do
is beat the
dead horse, which I hate that analogy. It's very gruesome, but like it's also very accurate. Yeah. It's like, you ever seen, there's like this meme that I saw on Reddit where there's like, it's a cartoon of a cow and a farmer, and the cow is like emaciated, like super skinny, literal skin and bones, and the cow looks really scared and uncomfortable, and they drew him so he looks like he's shaking, and the farmer is walking up to him with a bunch of buckets in his hand, and he's like, good morning, Bessie, what you got for me this morning? And it's supposed to be like an analogy for how much more can you milk out of this, and I feel like that's a good analogy. Like how much can we how much more can we fucking, I'm glad that Haktua seems to have faded a bit, because what a fucking dumb thing to obsess over for so long. And now this girl is making like guest appearances like, come to our club this weekend. Hawk Tua girl's gonna fucking be a guest DJ.
I don't know how much longer she can ride this because like
honestly, I'm not mad at her. I'm mad at us as a society. She didn't do anything wrong. She made a funny, silly, I mean, probably not a joke. Maybe she does that. Maybe that's her technique. No shade. But like, she made a silly, crass comment in a comical type way. Mm-hmm. She didn't do anything wrong. So if anybody's like mad at her for like, oh my God, she's got all this money now and all these deals and blah, blah, blah.
It's kind of your fault.
Can't really be mad at her. I mean, if something happened and I said something in an interview and I got all these deals and money, I'd be like, take a look in the mirror. You're the one that made me what I am. So, but I can't stand the whole like, how much more can we?
Yeah.
And the new thing is Demure. I think I'd rather that than Hawk Tua, to be honest.
Yeah, because I see people do it now and they're putting their own spin on it. All they're doing is saying is Demure. It's like, okay, that's whatever. Yeah. It's like, guys, have an original thought.
That's the other thing is social media has really
everything is nothing's original anymore. Like we had discussion because like D23 was a couple weeks ago and it's like all their movie announcements, like 2 original movies, everything else is sequels. Toy Story 5, why do we need Toy Story 5?
How much more?
Should have ended at 3. I mean, 4 was a really good movie, but let's just stop it.
This is how originality dies with thunderous applause. Something.
R.I.P. The Acolyte.
R.I.P. The Acolyte. Haven't watched it still, but...
You're the problem, that's why. No, I was kidding.
Yeah.
Whoops. I hate it. It's like, the show had problems. It wasn't the best, but like at least it was an original.
Yeah, but is there any show or movie that is without flaw? No.
It was something that a lot of people were crying for. A story away from the Skywalkers, 100 years before the Phantom Menace. And then all these angry, like, oh my God, they're taking away from Anakin's story. What? Lesbians in Star Wars? What? Asian-led Star Wars? What? No, not my Star Wars. It's like, guys. Oh my God. Guys, isn't this what we wanted? We wanted a new story, fresh ideas.
If I've said it once, I've said it a million times. You are never going to appease Star Wars fans because, I mean, look at it's just funny when you put side by side, and I'm sure that the Disney haters will have some retort to this, and they'll have some rationale for it. But like, you take Episode 7, The Force Awakens, and everybody piss and moan and shit their pants because it's nothing more than a rehash of A New Hope. Like, oh man, why can't we have something new? Why do we have to rehash old shit? And oh man, it's the Starkiller base is basically just the new bigger Death Star and blah blah blah.
You're not wrong, but
so now you're not wrong. I've never denied that, but I do have my own reasoning for why I think it was necessary. But so they're bitching and moaning that it's too familiar. You're drawing, you're banking on nostalgia and all that kind of thing. And then the Acolyte comes out. And I haven't seen it, so I'm kind of talking out of my ass right here. But it's almost like not a left turn, but material-wise, kind of. Yeah. Maybe not story-wise, but...
No, yeah.
That probably doesn't... I don't know if what I just said makes sense. I know what I meant. Plot-wise, probably not all that crazily new, but like everything... I don't know. It makes sense in my brain.
It isn't, it isn't.
It was new and more original, and yet people bitch and moan that it's not... You continue the Skywalker story and people bitch that too much Skywalkers. Why are we all concerned with this one family in the whole galaxy? And then they do this one thing, left turn, no Skywalkers. Well, why didn't we just talk about Anakin more? Like, it's no matter what you do, I feel like somebody's going to complain. Yeah, if you do something too familiar, they're going to say you're too much nostalgia, you're leaning too hard into nostalgia to, make money. And then you do something original and it's like, well, this doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel familiar. So
give it some time. Like, and that's I think that's my biggest disappointment amongst, we're not going to get any more Chimera, is
he the bad guy?
Yeah, he's Manny Jacinto.
I haven't even watched it and I miss him.
I think that's the top of my list of disappointments. Like, here's a character that I like really enjoyed, not just because of Filipino, but like he was very intriguing, very interesting, some really badass fighting styles, and like the action was top notch in the show, and he was the shining light of the show.
Did he have a lightsaber?
Yeah, they're starting to sell them on like all these lightsaber sites where it comes off and it has like a dagger now. And it actually does that. I'm like, I need it now. It's just way too expensive.
I gotta look it up what it looks like.
It's so cool. But like, you know, well, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, like that's my disappointment. It's like this character that like everybody can agree he was the shining light of the show, and we're not going to get him anymore because Disney isn't going to move forward with it anymore. And it's like, yeah, the show has its problems. Like that's how one of my biggest disappointments with them not continuing the show is like now we're not getting an opportunity to address the problems that we had with the first season. All it really needed was some tighter writing. Get some new writers in the room to tighten up the writing, like and like focus on there was just so many ideas in this first season they didn't know where to focus. Take what you thought was the most interesting part, which was Chimera, focus on his perspective and tighten up the writing. I think you'll have a much better season out of it. But now that the people are crying like, oh my God, this show is such shit, and Disney's listening to it and they're not going to move forward with it. Now we don't get a conclusion of a story that had some really good ideas, I think. And
loose ends, cliffhanger.
It ended on a cliffhanger. We finally get...
no spoilers!
We finally get a character that people have been crying for to be seen in live action for the longest time. Yes.
Gotcha.
We finally get that, but now it's not going to lead anywhere because everybody's crying too much because it's like, oh, not the Skywalker.
Was that a big surprise?
Yes.
Like when you saw him, you were like, oh shit.
I'm like, oh shit. Like,
did you know who he was immediately?
Immediately knew who it was.
Visually?
Yes.
You knew?
Yes. Really? Because
I saw a picture of him. I was like, who's this idiot?
Well, because I read I read certain books and I'm aware of certain things. Like I'm aware of certain things about the character. I'm like, and the second he shows that they show up, I'm like, oh,
damn,
okay. But now it's not going to lead anywhere because we're not getting the show.
You know what I think is funny is that we were just talking to one of our friends about what show, Parks and Rec.
Probably, yeah.
And our friend was telling us, oh yeah,
you gotta get past the first season.
You gotta get past the first season. I just think it's funny that I feel like there's a lot of those sitcoms from maybe 10, 20 years ago. I hate saying that 10, 20 years ago. Holy shit.
Yeah.
But there's so many shows that I've heard from multiple people. I just got to get past the first season.
Exactly.
And I feel like now, fast forward to the present, something doesn't do well, immediate pullout. Like, oh, I don't want to dump my money in it. Yeah. It's wild how like the entertainment climate has changed when back then it was like, yeah, the first season, give it time, get past the first season. Because whenever I hear that, I'm like, dog, I don't want to get through a whole season. But I'm glad that it picked up.
Yeah.
So it's just wild now that one season is moderately successful. I don't know if that's worth saying.
From what I hear, the viewership wasn't as big as it was around what Book of Boba Fett got, which wasn't great.
And did that get a second season?
Nope.
No?
Well, from what I understand, it was planning for one season. This was the Acolyte was clearly pitched as a multi-season show, or at the very least, a movie. Yeah. Because it ended on such a cliffhanger and a loose end. That's like, I want to know what happens next. After say what you would about how things went and whatever, but where it left us was like, okay.
Now I want to know.
I want to know what happens from here. But now we're not going to know because
people bitch and moan too much.
Yeah, one, people bitch and moan too much. And I think a lot what it had to do with was like, it didn't get the viewership and it was a $180 million budget.
Yikes.
And it's like, when I look at the show, I was like, that was $180 million?
Dog, you got to cut some corners.
Bro, it's like, okay, greenlight them for a second season, but make it like a 5-episode mini season.
Buy some store
and
brand
lower
shit.
Your budget. Like, God.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, especially coming from a filmmaker perspective, sometimes limiting your budget is kind of a good thing. Because then you really have to focus on the story.
Well,
then
you really
don't
have to lean into all the bells and whistles.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's what made Star Wars successful in the first place. It was an indie developed, low budget film that looked amazing.
Yeah.
And they put stuff into the budget where it mattered.
Yeah.
So
it's probably a well-known fact about the Dagobah Swamp being in George Lucas's pool.
Yeah. So it's like,
that was free 99. Right? So like you cut corners somewhere.
It's like sometimes limiting your creators and your creative process is beneficial to the story because then you really have to focus on the story. Then you really have to focus on character development and all that other stuff. And you're not, because I think that was from what my understanding of the show and what like after watching the show and everything, it's like because Leslie Headland is the creator, the showrunner. It's like I get a lot of what I got from George Lucas. It's like great ideas, not very good at executing your ideas. Maybe you present the ideas and then bring people in to massage it and form it in a way that would be presentable and execute it better. Because like some of the ideas that were in the show, I was like, God, yeah, that's great. Because like I said before, like Chimera having the helmet to cut himself off and focus on the Force itself.
That's pretty cool.
Fantastic idea. Great
really
idea.
Cool concept.
Great concept. Some of the other things that happen in the show, like dealing with the dark side and Jedi, and it's like, those are great ideas. You didn't execute them all that well though. Because a lot of the stuff was very basic, like very basic filmmaking, very basic, very like flat writing. The dialogue was just like, could have said that better, could have done that better. But like, it was just a lot of what the prequels were, like great, fantastic story beat ideas. Just wasn't presented all that well.
It's just a shame. It's a shame they get one season and then it just gets abandoned.
Yeah. I'm like, they're as of right now, it's not officially official because Disney and Lucasfilm hasn't come out and announced like, yeah, we're not getting it. It was just reported by Deadline. And they haven't really said like, here's my source. Like it's the source, but they never said who their source was. So it's like right now it's just hearsay, but it's pretty strong like indications that it's not coming back. But my hope is, doubt it's going to happen. They have some kind of like Chimera movie on Disney Plus or something that I think would satisfy. You can continue the story, say it in one movie, make it a low budget movie, and then we can get a conclusion to the story and not just like, oh, well, we'll pass it off to like the comic books or a book. It's like, that's such a cop out.
I just feel bad for Manny Jacinto.
Yes, that and like the report came out on his birthday.
Rude.
I'm like, God, this guy is on cloud nine. He's right. He was at Disney. He's at D23 signing autographs. And everybody's like, oh my God, you're so cool. We love you. And like one of my TikTok friends is like, he's Filipino like me. He's like, dude, I'm so excited to have like a Filipino actor representing us in the franchise. And now it's going nowhere.
Gone as quick as he appeared.
Yeah. It's like, God damn, it sucks.
Who knows? Maybe this is one big smoke screen,
yeah,
and it will get renewed. Probably not.
If anything, I think the only way we're gonna get conclusions to this story is either a movie, doubtful it's gonna happen, or just a book. Somebody's gonna pass it off to one of the writers, like, hey, we need a conclusion to the story. Can you write, or a comic book or something like that? And that's such a cop out. When you, especially when we got episode 5, all the lightsaber choreography they got with that. Oh, I want to see it on screen. I want to read it in a book. So whatever.
I guess at least it happened.
I mean,
at least there was one season. Maybe I'll watch it one day.
Just watch episode 5.
Oh, you mean like of the show, not
the
like
show.
Empire Strikes Back?
Yeah. No, just watch episode out of it. I think you'll be like, oh, God damn.
Is that the one where he gets shirtless and goes in the pool?
No, that's episode 7, 8.
I'll watch that
7
one
or 8.
too. Yeah. No problem here.
Anyways. Yeah.
I
think we'll end here. I ranted about the Acolyte.
I knew it was coming. I knew that we weren't going to get through this without that.
It's fine. It's a fine show. I really think it whether you think it deserved a season 2 or not, I think at the very least it deserves a conclusion to the story. You can't just leave it there. It's right there. You've been asking for it. It's right there. Yeah.
I figured that's what you were definitely getting today. Football and Acolyte.
Pokemon, football, and Acolyte. That's what you get for this RADcast.
Pokemon, football, and Acolyte. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways.
And I clearly am very knowledgeable on football. If you got any questions, let me know. Yeah. Because I could school you.
Anyways, so we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. I got other stuff I got to do.
I got shit to do.
I got shit to do. So I don't know if you want to do your plug. I think we're just going to stop doing it. But if you know where to find her.
If you need to, you know what to do.
You know what to do. But if you want to follow me, you can follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Rogueleaderdrew. You listen to us on audio form, please follow, feed, and rate us.
And if you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, and click the bell icon on the lower right-hand corner to see when we do things on the YouTube.
Which, if you haven't noticed by now, we changed the name of this channel. because I'm doing more stuff on my end, more shorts, trying to come up with a couple more tutorials and stuff like that. I'm becoming later down the line when I get more time to do all that stuff, but it's going to be more focused on stuff that I do. So that's why we changed the name. So because
he's trying to erase me. I'm kidding. He literally asked for my permission.
Yeah. I'm like, would you mind?
Okay if I change the name of the channel? I'm like, dog, I don't do anything. I sit in front of this microphone a couple times a month and I say dumb shit. So I literally don't care.
Nothing about the show changes. It's just the channel is just going to be shifting. I'm going to be more stuff that I like to do and more stuff that I enjoy doing. The show's not changing anything. Everything about the show is going to be happening on this channel. It doesn't change. It's just going to be more of my stuff. Because we have so many subscribers that I need to cater to.
Yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do. I'm just here for the vibes.
And the show.
And the show.
So thank you for joining us on this episode of the RADcast. We'll see you guys
next time.